Salve, we're back with lesson 20 in this video, lines 878 to 881. And Anchises is describing the younger Marcellus, and he continues to do so here. Heu pietas, heu prisca fides, invictaque bello dextra, non illi se quisquim pune tulisset, obvius armato, seu cum pedes iret in hostem, seu spumantis equi foderet calcaribus armos. Heu, alas, got anaphora here. Alas, loyalty to gods and men. We might say piety, but it's really loyalty to gods and men in the Roman sense. Alas, piety. Alas, ancient faithfulness, and a right hand unconquered in war. Now, I see these as being vocatives. Perhaps they're subjects, but the sentence doesn't have a verb unless you supply est, so I'm just going to identify them as vocatives. Prisca fides goes together, and dextra invicta goes together. Bello describes us how this right hand is unconquered in war. So again, alas, loyalty. Alas, ancient faithfulness. Trust. And dextra over here, literally the right hand, but then also meaning power in war, unconquered power in war, but literally the right hand. He's saying these things because Marcellus embodies these things, and we're looking back to the past, and all the Roman greats, and these are the qualities that these great Romans exemplify. And so Marcellus, the younger Marcellus, is no exception. Non illi se quisquam impune tulisset, obvius armato. There is an elision here. I just didn't say it. Not anyone, this is the subject, not anyone would, tulisset, would have bore himself. To meet, obvius, means to meet, and it takes the dative. So we go to illi, which is dative. To meet that one, meaning the younger Marcellus, armed, impune, with impunity, unpunished. One more time. Not anyone would have bore himself to meet that one armed without impunity, being unpunished. Looking at the grammar here, quisquam is the nominative. Obvius is modifying quisquam, so that's also nominative. Illi is dative because obvius takes the dative, like I just said, and armato is dative because that is modifying illi. Impune is an adverb. Impunus would be the adjective, but when it ends in e, it's an adverb. So this doesn't have a case. Not anyone would have bore himself. Tulisset is a pluperfect subjunctive. We'll talk about why in a second, with the ise there, as far as the form goes. Would have bore himself to meet that one armed without impunity. Now, why is tulisset a subjunctive? It's far identifies this as a conclusion to a contrary to fact condition. So the idea would be, if conditional statement, if someone would have tried to bear themselves armed, or I mean not armed, to meet Marcellus being armed, then they would have been punished. is how I understand it. So not anyone would have bore himself to meet that one armed unpunished. This is the conclusion. This is what would have happened. Anybody that tries to mess with the younger Marcellus is going to be in for it. You don't want to mess with this guy. Now we have the next part. Seu cum pedes iret in hostem, seu spumantis equi foderit calcaribus armos. Two ways that people might bear themselves against Marcellus. Either or. Either when he goes as a foot soldier, pedes, so this is nominative, at the enemy, and iret is a imperfect subjunctive, or seu, or when he foderet digs into the armos, the sides, literally the shoulders, but this is the sides here by metonymy for a horse. The sides of a spumantis equi. Now this is genitive of a frothing horse, a foaming horse. And how's he going to dig into those sides of the foaming horse? Calcaribus, with his spurs, with his heels. The meaning here is that whether someone would bear themselves against Marcellus when he's a foot soldier or on foot, or whether he's on a horse, they're still not going to do it without being punished, without him winning, essentially. And the reference to the horse is because he was known for cavalry, being able to ride in these campaigns that he did. There was cavalry involved, and then I guess he's also known for fighting well on foot. It was his ancestor that took the spoils, but the younger Marcellus was also known for fighting well and was very beloved by the Roman people. One other note, we've seen spumantis before used of boars and horses. Epic horses and epic boars tend to always be foaming, it seems. So Vergil likes this little epithet for horses and boars. I'll read the Latin once more. Heu pietas, heu prisca fides, invictaque bello dextra. Non illi se quisquim pune tu licent, obius armato, seu cum pedes iret in hostem, seu spumantis equi foderet calcaribus armos. And again, remember that iret and foderet are both imperfect subjunctives with this cum, and to licet is a pluperfect subjunctive. The ise plus endings is the pluperfect, and then in these cases it's the infinitive plus the endings. The present active infinitive plus the endings is the imperfect subjunctive.